Futures. It's Wednesday, November 5th, and this is today's breakdown. And today I actually participated live market trades today. We had real market profits. If you follow me on Instagram at richofftheexchange.trades, you'll be able to see what I was doing. But let's just jump right into it and see what we got going on. So, as we always start with, if you know, you know. We want to skip one point ahead to see what our 9:30 open candle is going to give us. And with that, skip ahead. We see that this is what price did at 3:30. Okay, I mean at 3:30. I'm sorry, at 9:30. Okay, so going straight into that. This was basically what our range was for Wednesday, and immediately opened and closed and filled, right? So put us in a predicament to where as though what would we do or where are we potentially going to go because the range was actually so small, right? It was from 550 or 540, 75 to 562. So really not even that big of a range, right? So, okay. We just want to see what we do, right? So in real time, I did get a little anxious of, today being knowing that I was going to be a participant. Seeing that price open, I bought in. Let's show you. Let's go to electronic. Right. So seeing what price will happen, I bought in and I was immediately taken out of the trade because price continued to move around back and forth, and I overall just it was just an overall quick loss, right? So I had to recover, okay, and I had to wait and see what we were going to get out of it, right? So this was the point to where though I lost. This was the candle that made me lose. Okay, we go forward, and what we want to do is we want to basically see that price is going to give us some type of indication or understanding of where it potentially may go, right? So we have lower levels that we potentially can see that we may be able to target, but then also just being mindful, just being patient with the market. We just wait to see what we get, right? So just jumping right back to it, continuing the process. We wait for the market to kind of figure out what it's going to do, okay? So as you can see, we drop lower and about 9:45, we have a valid signal for a re-entry, right? Because again, what we have to understand, we were in a discount, correct? We had price go lower, but we had to identify our prior lows, right? So our prior lows to the session open, we have a low here, and we also have these relative lows there, okay? Or you can actually say these equal lows, okay? So with these equal lows, you want to see price take them out. And as you can see, that's what you have here. Price comes back in with the full bullish candle, comes back, price respects the range of this candle, and we have our entry to go up, right? So now with this strong candle is where I actually took re-entry in on the day, and I rolled it up, right? So now with understanding that, okay, we had such a small range, where are we going to target? Okay, what could we actually target for the day if our range has already been filled and closed? We have Tuesdays failed 50%. Okay, so that is where I was basically wanted to target, right? So if we go back to that, this is Tuesday's range. We had to fail to get to the 50%, so it's technically still open, and we want to see if, what I'm saying, we want to target that again. So as price did its thing, started to go up. Okay, got us right around that area. And I actually set a SL because I was actively working. If you follow me on Instagram, you will see the work that I was doing today live on the Instagram page at richofftheexchange.trades. Rich off DAXCHANG.trades. And you will see where I took entry and we had a profit, had an SL that got hit. Another opportunity presented itself, and we were able to continue to try to target our 50% area again. But what we did have today again was another successful breach of our first quadrant, but we had a failed attempt and run towards our 50% again. Okay, but we were able to get into this trade and hold it to relatively the high of the day and make about $450 today, which is not bad, right? Which is not bad. Okay, so just getting a real live look at it, putting you guys onto some game. Okay, this, okay, just putting you guys on some game, right? AMP live, right? You can't fake this. Can't fake this. Okay. This is my first entry that was at 9:30 that I told you guys about. That was an actual loss, right? Let's go to the 1 minute time frame so you guys can see this exact same thing. Okay. So this was the first entry that I said was a loss. I got in for a buy and lost with the SL because of the candle, right? The candle came right lower than the SL that I had set. Okay. Price did what it had to do, broke those lows that we indicated right over in the next window. Then we had price break up. Okay. So my re-entry was at the 947. Okay, 2 minutes after that entry that we indicated here, right? Call out, re-entry. Oh, sorry. The call out of the re-entry, right? At 9:45. So we technically got in at 9:47. Okay, perfect. Right. So that was our run. Okay, so that was our run. Simply put, we targeting the next day's low. I mean, Tuesday's 50%, right? Marked at this level here, 25,933. Price goes up. As you can see, we have a red indicator here, meaning this is where I got out of the market. I got out of the market, right? Saw an opportunity from here be created, which created a fair value gap, right? Nothing necessarily showed me that the trend was done. So, I okay, fair value gap, tap. We had an option to go up. What did I do? Okay. All right, so get rid of that. So then, as you can see, another buy entry in. I got in at this candle right here. Okay, got in with the buy, 25,690, and I rolled the wave all the way up, trying to target it. But after we breached our first quadrant again, I set a SL at our quadrant to secure the money that I actually was in, and I was able to get out at 25,839. Okay, which is about 174 points. Okay, it's about 174 points, and that was actually my total of my day, right? So now the high of the absolute high of the day was 25,877.50. We got out at 25,846.75. Not bad of a day. And then as you can see, the following of the day just kind of breaks down. And now we're going to be going into Thursday. All right, so that's just the typical Thursday breakdown, man. Just getting right into it. It's rinse and repeat every single day. We're not doing nothing out of our ordinary plan, out of our regular routine that's been paying off for us and working, right? Again, tapping with your boy on Instagram. We at it all month of November. We ending the year strong. And in 2026, we running it up, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let's tap in tomorrow, Thursday.